It's a new experience.
It's a new experience. New experience. New experience. Sweet. We're rolling. We're live. We're live. It's my butt.
Ooh.
Nothing but professionalism.
This is a very professional.
Hello, Evolution 1079. I'm Jensen Shields. You've maybe remembered me from such amazing shows from Evenings from A to J. I'm here with Pippa Mackie, who's been in a myriad of productions in Vancouver. She's a writer, a producer, a hostess with the mostest, and an actress. Actor. Okay. So when you're not in TV or film, do you just sit on your couch waiting by the phone to hear from your agent?
Oh,
or
man.
do you actually do stuff?
I do stuff. I do. Stuff. Yeah. I'm a associate producer with Up in the Air Theatre, so I help run their emerging theatre festival.
Cool.
I run my own emerging theatre festival with Kayvon Koshkam called the Pull Festival.
Not the Push Festival, the Pull Festival.
Yeah. Pull.
Yes.
Yeah.
I actually saw that multiple times. It was awesome.
Thanks.
I laughed. You wrote a production all about Stephen Harper called Dear Harper.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, and it wasn't ripping on Stephen Harper. It just happened to be you just need to see her stuff. It's awesome. Okay, moving on to what's going on soon.
Yeah.
What do we got coming up on the radar?
Well, on February 21st, very soon, at 7 p.m., I am hosting a live sci-fi speculative fiction writing challenge. So I've essentially found 5 of Canada's top writers, meaning like they've won Governor General awards, they've won some individual awards.
You're not fooling around.
These writers are not fooling around, and they're very competitive.
Cool.
One even wrote a show called Winners and Losers, so he like really wants to win this. And basically, we're asking the audience to come in at 7 p.m. doors by donation. There's lots of beer, cheap drinks, wine. You write down a subject in the genre of sci-fi, fantasy, or speculative fiction, like 1984 Handmaid's Tale style thing.
Okay.
And then
like surveillance.
Yeah, or
social media gone amok.
Yeah, or you could write something like a sentence or a theme. Like plants have taken over the world, for example.
Okay.
Like something you could write. And then at the beginning of the night, these writers are going to choose these subjects out of a hat, and then they have to write a script as much as they can in 1 hour, a script based on that suggestion.
Okay.
So
do we just look over their shoulders and make them nervous? Or?
So they'll be on a panel with noise-canceling headphones.
Good.
And then we are running sci-fi trivia during that hour.
Okay, so it's running at the same time.
Yeah.
We have fun. They're stressing out, doing what they love.
Yep.
But maybe stressing out.
Definitely stressing out, and you can also buy them a drink. So if they really don't want it, we'll donate.
You could even buy Pippa a drink.
You could buy me a drink.
You could buy me a drink.
Yeah.
Right
so
now.
they'll be writing, and you can walk up and hand them a drink.
Okay.
It's very competitive.
Just don't spill on them.
No, don't spill on their laptops. Please don't.
That would be bad. So working in Vancouver, have there been any sets that you've really enjoyed working on, specifically in sci-fi or fantasy?
Yeah. One of the coolest sets I've been on was the Supernatural set. It actually was filmed in this really old mansion called the Casa Mia. I don't know if people know it. It's on Southwest Marine Drive. It's huge and it feels very haunted, and my character was being chased down by a ghost and gets pushed over a balcony.
Ooh.
and dies. Yay. I actually got rigged up, and I had a stunt double who was dressed and had a wig and had to look a lot like me. And she did this insane stunt. She was actually nominated for it, but she ended up having to go to the hospital for it.
Oh no.
She was fine. She was so tough. She was
I thought that was you the whole time.
No, it wasn't. I didn't do that. She fell.
Movie magic.
She jumped from 5 feet onto a glass table And for that, they actually use that same glass that shatters for cars.
It's the like the sugar glass kind of?
No, the sugar glass is too dangerous for that size. So it's actually like real glass, but the kind that like shatters in squares.
Right.
Yeah, like car door glass.
Okay.
Yeah.
This kind of leads me to my next question.
Yeah.
What is your favorite science fiction or fantasy death?
I mean, it's a tough one. I feel like the first thing that came to mind was Harry Potter. It was like Voldemort's demise.
Okay,
Yeah.
so being essentially having your own weapon being used against you.
Yes,
so to speak.
exactly. And that love wins over hate.
Love wins over hate. Personally, my favorite fantasy or science fiction death is the alien coming out of John Hurt's stomach, and he's just like, "Ugh!" And then also the Spaceballs version of it, where they do that, hello my darling, hello my...
Spaceballs.
It's not about me, alright?
No, I like it. Spaceballs, yeah.
It was pretty good.
Yeah, mine's definitely more sentimental.
Oh.
But.
And, okay, so what's going on in Vancouver right now? Like, do you like sign NDAs? Is there anything in Vancouver going on right now that we should be aware of in terms of like science fiction and fantasy in the city?
I feel like so many shows are coming out every year, and there are quite a few NDAs I signed before I even auditioned for anything, so I wouldn't really be able to say. And even if I thought I could, you never know.
Okay. What in terms of like ideas, have there been any books that has really inspired you to really enjoy science fiction?
I think the book in the sci-fi genre or the fantasy genre that I last like really love is The Magicians, and they actually do shoot that show here.
Oh wow.
And I really love that book. But you know what? I've been really thinking about getting into Ursula Le Guin because I've been reading, she just passed away, and I've been reading a lot of her quotes, and I was like, that sounds right up my alley.
Left Hand of Darkness, The Dispossessed, very solid. What's cool about her is that her father was an anthropologist, so she doesn't write about, laser beams and galactic warfare. It's about people living in different environments. And she also does fantasy too. And you notice that from island to island or from planet to planet, she really explores how people are different, how they react, what their emotional core is, and really just get something on you.
Yeah, just like how she spoke about creativity, or some quotes that I've read that kind of escape me now. Like, but just like her philosophy on being creative, I think is something I'd be looking into getting into.
Awesome. Well, let's go over the when and where one more time. So on the 21st
of this month,
of February, right
7
away.
7 p.m. doors. Show will start at 7:30. It is by donation. So whatever you got, whatever you wanna.
And the cheats are drinker, as they say. Where is it?
It's at a space called Progress Lab, which I feel like it's got a nice sci-fi feel.
Progress Lab.
Yeah, it's in East Van. It's a few blocks down from Commercial Drive. It's at 1422 William Street. And it's just gonna be one of those, like, this event, to my knowledge, has never been done before, and I'm really excited to see what the writers come up with, because once they have written, once the hour is done, then they get to choose people from the audience. We'll have quite a few actors in the audience, and the actors will read that script live. So this is your chance to see something super unedited, like impulse writing, which can be like some of like the foundations of these like great ideas. So we could be witnessing like the beginning of the next Ursula Le Guin.
Sounds really cool.
Yeah.
I'm really excited. You should be excited. I'll add the info at the end of this video. Thank you very much, Pippa.
Thanks, Jensen.
I bid you adieu.
I bid you adieu.
Okay.